I'm somewhat forgiving because I saw it happen just about every African country. You have to understand the inevitability of the fact that it's going to be a black ruled country, and that because you have not put in the educational systems and you have not prepared people, there are going to be bad mistakes made. And it's got nothing to do with the fact that they're black or they're white. They're just bad mistakes made. People run things badly. I mean, it took a while for Ireland to sort themselves out and decide how it should be run as a proper country. This is much worse. I wouldn't prognosticate about where South Africa is going to end up until December, and that we'll see who heads up the ANC. I know Cyril well. Cyril was a Coke bottler. Cyril Ramaphosa, the deputy president. If it is Dlamini, if it's the former wife, it'll be a disaster because, and there is a potential, I think, for tribal conflict because the Zulus have taken over now and they're not going to give up easily. But he does help provide opposition, which is good in its own way. Judas Malema. But I think it's all to play for. They still have, with all of the problems, they still have by far the best infrastructure in Africa. It's still there. You're certainly, they've managed over the last 20 years to get a functioning black middle class, educated, functioning black middle class, which is probably not big enough yet, but which is now turning against the ANC and understanding what is really happening. Whether they have the size and the heft to pull it through, I don't know. But that's something that hasn't existed in a lot of the other African countries. So that gives you hope, all right? But the degree to which corruption has got into it, and the Guptas and Zuma and all of that, and how they control so many of the power sources, also makes you worried. So I'm sort of straddling here. I am not wholly pessimistic, but it's going to have to go through a rough patch because they've made it's like, when you have excess. I mean, look at the bursting of the bubble here. You've got to go through quite a bit of hell before you get it back up again, and that's what's going to that's what could happen there. And there's a nasty piece that worries me, because one of the things that a lot of people are playing with the race cards, and if you lose that intellectual capital. I actually do a lot of my medical stuff in Cape Town. There are, there's still enough really good professional. And my wife has given up her U.S. dentist. The guy with state-of-the-art equipment, just brilliant dentist in Cape Town. And there's still just that little. The core is there. It's eroding. So it's a matter of, there's a timing issue here.